So we're here with a new mommy, new baby, and she's breastfeeding. And we were just having a conversation about how doulas and midwives work together and how it's a great combination to have both. And so, from the mother's perspective, you were just saying how, oh my gosh, I couldn't imagine have doing my birth without having my midwife and my doula there. So,
Right. Um, I felt like midwives, like they have their parts, and the doulas have their part, and the doula is more into, um, I guess, more like caressing and making sure you're breathing. Not to say the midwives don't, but the doula is gonna be there to make sure you're doing your movements, press your back. Midwives are just there to watch you go through it, make sure, as far as your health is concerned, blood pressure, things that a doctor, if you were in the hospital, were doing. But as a combination, I had both midwives and doulas. And I think without my doulas, I would have probably said, "Y'all take me to the hospital, please." But I I'm thankful that I did have both because even though I was in labor, I noticed the difference in the roles that both play, and you really need both. You really
mhm.
do.
So what was the most helpful thing that your doula did during your labor when it got really, really intense?
What is it called when they? What is that called when you do the back?
The
The
counter pressure.
the counter pressure push or the pelvis push. Because when I wasn't in the water and I was out, if it wasn't for those counter pushes, man, holes in the walls or something, I was gonna turn into Tasmanian devil. Um, that really helped. And just I got coaching from both sides, but the coaching and then it's you also have to kind of be receptive to that coaching, like because if you're not listening and you're not doing what they tell you to do, you might as well just I don't know, you're gonna go through I think a little bit more pain, but um, my whole outlook on it was whatever they tell me to do, that's what I'm gonna do. And I can say that with not uh, less pain, but it helped me get through my pain.
Okay. Just being receptive to the guidance.
Right.
Did you feel like you were on the same page with your doula? Like, do you feel like y'all were kind of like vibing? Did you have that connection?
Yes, I do.
Okay.
I do feel that way.
So when you were going through your labor, did you feel um the team effort to support you? How did that impact your birthing experience?
Mm, I, I, I felt like even though doulas and midwives serve a different role. I mean, it's kind of the same, but it was almost like the saying, "It takes a village to raise a child." Well, it took a village, my doula and my midwives, to help me bring this child into the world. But I do feel like we were all one unit because it turned out really great for me having an out of hospital birth with no medication, just natural as gonna get.
Beautiful. Well, I think that
Anyone?
Would you do it again? Would you refer someone?
I don't want to have another baby. In in the event, if it if the creator so sees it, wherever the creator is, don't see nothing. But yes, I would definitely, but I would do water because that water really eased the contractions. It didn't, I still felt it. It was still painful, but I noticed the difference outside of the water and in the water with the contractions because I was in and out of the water when I was having contractions. And at the most intense, stage of those contractions, I had to get out the water because they had to rewarm it. And if it hadn't have been for my doula, who was doing the
Counter pressure.
Yeah, I think I don't know what would have happened, but I know it would have been ugly.
Was your doula helpful with your family members? Was anybody else at your birth?
They were there. I don't know, to be
You were
perfectly honest,
okay.
what was done for them. I wasn't concerned about them. They were fine, and none of them were pregnant and having contractions. I was just only concerned about myself and this little baby here.
Give thanks, Ashe.
Yeah, Ashe.
Ashe.
Ashe.